Des animaux belliqueux, oui, il y en a, mais nous n'avons peur de rien ici. Regardez, on prend tous les risques pour représenter Jurassic World Evolution, le dernier jeu de gestion de Frontier Developments, qui a une expérience assez importante dans le domaine, depuis les Roller Coaster Tycoon, en passant par Planet Coaster, jeu qui est aussi présenté dans ce salon. Et puis voilà, ils ont décidé de se lancer dans un nouveau jeu de gestion, mais cette fois un parc à thème contenant et abritant des animaux du Jurassic. Donc il va falloir assurer un peu plus de sécurité. Les barbelés n'y suffiront plus avec des T-Rex. Donc le teaser qui est présenté derrière vous, vous le connaissez depuis quelques semaines, il circule sur Internet, depuis la Gamescom. Mais on attend d'en savoir beaucoup plus sur la scène principale. Les développeurs vont enfin nous dévoiler un peu plus de contenu sur Jurassic World Evolution.
Today, we're going to really tell people a bit more about what we mean when we say build your own Jurassic World. And what we mean by that is that you'll be able to really engage with the core fantasy of the Jurassic movies. So what you'll do is you'll be on a beautiful island location. You'll get to bioengineer dinosaurs in accordance with the science that you see in the movies, and you'll be trying to build a business from this. You're trying to attract visitors and investors, and trying to make sure things don't go too wrong, because they do. As we all know, that's what makes Jurassic World and those movies so interesting, is that element of chaos, and things are always on the edge. We think that's a really interesting kind of basis for a management game. You've got control, but there are always things that are just outside of your control, and you have to try and manage those as well. We've actually got three kind of competing threads in the game. You've got science, security, and entertainment. And what the player can do is they can kind of align themselves with those different paths and those different branches. So based on the park that you build, you'll kind of be more leaning towards an entertainment theme park, or maybe, you're kind of more interested in the research and conservation area, which is more science, or it can be a mixture of all three of them. And we think that's a nice kind of way of keying into some of the key themes of the films. And you've got a lot of gameplay possibilities as well, and a lot of replay value, because you'll actually take place. There'll be numerous islands on which you can build, so you can kind of try different approaches on different islands. But then above that, you have that disaster management element, which we think is really, something that you can really take advantage of in a Jurassic game. We are trying to follow some of the science of the fiction of Jurassic World as much as we can. So you'll be part of the whole process. So the process starts with digging. Fossil hunting. You'll send your dig teams out. You'll collect fossils from real world fossil locations, where dinosaur fossils are all placed in exactly where they are. So we're trying to be pretty authentic within that kind of science. And then once you've got your fossils, you extract them, you can incubate your dinosaurs, and you go through that whole sequence. There will be some ability to tweak and attributes of your dinosaurs using some genetic engineering, because again, that's a theme that we see in the films. Again, it's a real core part of the fantasy of the Jurassic movies, is they are underpinned by this kind of temptingly realistic science, and we want players to feel like they're engaging with that too.
I'm Jack Horner, and I am a paleontologist, and I am the technical advisor for all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World films.
Think about this. Everything about Jurassic Park is fiction.
My talk is really about, it's sort of the origin of Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, and were derived from my work to inspire Michael Crichton. So the original book is based on most of my work out in Montana. The Alan Grant character is based primarily on me, so I guess that's why I'm involved in Jurassic Park to begin with. One of the projects that I'm working on, though, one of my last project, I would call it, is trying to make a dinosaur, trying to make a living, breathing dinosaur. And what we're trying to do is attempt to genetically alter a bird, because a bird is the descendant of a dinosaur, alter a bird so that it looks like a dinosaur. Long tail, arms and hands instead of wings, teeth, head like a velociraptor. That's my latest project.
What we're looking for, initially what we've been looking for, are atavistic genes, sort of ancestral genes. You know, we all carry them. We all have genes that have been turned off during the course of our evolution. And those genes that have been turned off, a lot of them, of course, represent our ancestral characteristics. And so we are going into the bird and looking for some of its ancestral characteristics.
When we look at a bird has a very short tail, and it has wings, and it has a beak, a toothless beak. We have figured out how to make teeth. We know we've found the gene for teeth. We've also found out a way to alter the shape of the head so it looks more like a velociraptor head. We've also figured out how now to alter the wing and get a three-fingered hand back. What we're having a hard time with is the tail. The tail is very difficult, and we don't know how to make a long tail yet. But we're working on it.
Et notre journée au FX17 Frontier Expo 2017, et oui, s'achève à présent. Alors on aura vécu pas mal de choses. Déjà, du jeu vidéo croisé à de la science, c'est un peu ce qu'il en ressort. On a vu des conférences très intéressantes sur montagnes russes, l'art et la science dans les montagnes russes, pour être exact. On a Jack Horner, notre ami, désormais, qui s'est livré à nous à propos de ces croisements dino poulet. Voilà, à rechercher peut-être un petit peu plus sur Internet, à creuser. Et puis, évidemment, on a parlé jeux vidéo avec beaucoup de choses qui ont été développées autour des 3 licences phares de Frontier, Planet Coaster et Elite Dangerous. Vous avez vu beaucoup d'informations lors des conférences. Et puis lors des interviews que les développeurs nous ont offerts. Et puis Jurassic World encore bien mystérieux. J'espère qu'on en saura plus les mois qui suivent, puisqu'il est censé sortir en été prochain. Voilà, ils ont encore le temps de communiquer dessus. Il se met à pleuvoir, évidemment. Londres sans pluie, c'est une rose sans parfum. Merci d'avoir suivi avec nous cette petite visite. Et puis nous, on est reparti dans l'Eurostar.